We are at Uluru-Kata-Tjuta National Park here in the middle of the outback in Australia. This national park is home to Ayers Rock and the Olgas, both of which are sacred sites to the indigenous people. The nearest actual city of 26,000 people is 200 miles away, called Alice Springs, and this area was first visited by explorers not until the mid-1800s. It is spectacular.
We're in Kings Canyon in the Northern Territory. 440 million years ago, all of this was underwater. Today, we're doing the rim walk, 6 kilometers around the top, looking down at the beautiful gorges.
We're at West MacDonald National Park here in the Northern Territory in the outback of the middle of nowhere in Australia. Behind me are the ochre pits that are allowed to be mined only by Aboriginal men. Women and children are not allowed to do so, but they are allowed to use the ochre if the men give it to them. It's traditionally powdered and then mixed with animal fat and then used as an emollient on skin. It's also used for sacred ceremonies, and this is a very old sacred site.
All right, Doug, so we've broken down.
We're about 35 kilometers from the nearest town, which is Catherine, and we're on the Stewart Highway in the middle of the Northern Territory. Something's wrong with the car and it's not working, and the satellite phone just saved us because there's no cell phone coverage.
But you haven't mentioned your beautiful headgear.
Do you like this? We just broke these out for the first time. They are actually coming in so handy. They're for flies. This place is swarming with flies.
Right.
They're quite annoying.
Okay, well, here we are. So we wait for our tow truck.
We wait for our tow truck.
We're at Nitmiluk National Park in the Northern Territories. It's about a 4.5-hour drive from Darwin, and we're about ready to hike the Catherine Gorge. It's about a 4-hour hike. We've been told to watch out for freshies and salties. Those are the crocs here in the area. Made it to the end of our hike. Behind me is Butterfly Gorge. You'll see swimmers in the water. Watch out for the crocs.
That is true. That is true. Keep the story, man.
We are in Arnhem Land, where we've just spent the morning. It's a 100,000 square kilometer tract of land, about a 3-hour drive east of Darwin. This is the last enclave of land that's actually dominated by the Aboriginal people, also known as the Indigenous people. Our Indigenous guide, Gary, has given us an amazing tour of some of the incredible rock art, some of which dates back several thousand years, that's on the ceilings. And we've just had lunch, and this was our view.